Commute. To make the same journey regularly between work and home. For example, it's exhausting commuting from Brighton to London every day. Peremptory. Expecting to be obeyed immediately and without any questions. For example, he started issuing peremptory instructions. Incriminate. To make someone seem guilty, especially of a crime. For example, a secret report incriminating the company was leaked last week. Anguish. Extreme unhappiness caused by physical or mental suffering. For example, his anguish at the outcome of the court case was very clear. Dissidence. The act of publicly disagreeing with and criticizing the government, or a powerful person or group. For example, dissidence has been met with steady opposition. Ensconce. To make yourself very comfortable or safe in a place or position. For example, after dinner, I ensconced myself in an armchair with a book. Envisage. To imagine or expect something in the future, especially something good. For example, train fare increases of 15% are envisaged for the next year. Prim. Very formal and correct in behavior, and easily shocked by anything rude. For example, she's much too prim and proper to drink pints of beer. Mar means to spoil something, making it less good or less enjoyable. For example, sadly, the text is marred by careless errors. Compunction. A slight guilty feeling about something you have done or might do. For example, I wouldn't have any compunction about telling him to leave. Resilience. The ability to be happy, successful, etc. again after something difficult or bad has happened. For example, trauma researchers emphasize the resilience of the human psyche. Ascribe. To believe or claim that something was said, written, or created by a particular person. For example, after years of research, scholars have finally ascribed this anonymous play to Christopher Marlowe. Divest. Divest means to sell something, especially a business or a part of a business. For example, the company is divesting its less profitable business operations. Rousing. Rousing means making people feel excited and proud, or ready to take action. For example, we sang a last rousing chorus of the national anthem. Leery. Leery means not trusting someone or something and usually avoiding him, her, or it if possible. For example, I've always been a little leery of authority figures. Demur. Demur means to express disagreement or refuse to do something. For example, the lawyer requested a break in the court case, but the judge demurred. Stigmatize. To treat someone or something unfairly by disapproving of him, her, or it. For example, people should not be stigmatized on the basis of race. Ardent. Ardent means showing strong feelings. For example, an ardent supporter of Manchester United. Garner. Garner means to collect something, usually after much work or with difficulty. For example, Coppola garnered several Oscar awards for The Godfather. Finagle. To use tricks and dishonest methods to get what you want. For example, he somehow finagled his way into the army as a lieutenant. Prolix. Using too many words and therefore boring or difficult to read or listen to. For example, the author's prolix style has done nothing to encourage sales of the book. Mirth. Laughter, humor, or happiness. For example, her impersonations of our teachers were a source of considerable mirth. Deign. Deign means to do something unwillingly, and in a way that shows that you think you are too important to do it. For example, if she deigns to reply to my letter, I'll be extremely surprised. Prolix. Using too many words and therefore boring or difficult to read or listen to. For example, the author's prolix style has done nothing to encourage sales of the book. Quip. A humorous and clever remark. For example, it was Oscar Wilde who made the famous quip about life mimicking art. Nullify. To make a legal agreement or decision have no legal force. For example, the state death penalty law was nullified in 1977. Palliate. To reduce the bad effects of something. For example, they tried to palliate the hardship of their lives. Retinue. A group of people who travel with an important person to help them. For example, the president travels with a large retinue of aides and bodyguards. Repine. To feel sad or complain about something, especially a bad situation. For example, she was alone and unloved, but she did not repine. Buoyancy. Buoyancy means the quality of being able to float. For example, we tested the boat for buoyancy. Obsolete. Not in use anymore, having been replaced by something newer and better or more fashionable. For example, gas lamps became obsolete when electric lighting was invented. Catastrophe. A sudden event that causes very great trouble or destruction. For example, they were warned of the ecological catastrophe to come. Rife. If something unpleasant is rife, it is very common or happens a lot. For example, dysentery and malaria are rife in the refugee camps. Indiscretion. The quality of being indiscreet. For example, Jones was censured for indiscretion in leaking a secret report to the press. Shambolic. Confused and badly organized. For example, things are often a bit shambolic at the beginning of the school year. Demur. Demur means to express disagreement or refuse to do something. For example, the lawyer requested a break in the court case, but the judge demurred. Rebut. To argue that a statement or claim is not true. For example, she has rebutted charges that she has been involved in any financial malpractice. Accrue. To increase in number or amount over a period of time. For example, interest will accrue on the account at a rate of 7%. Extradite. To make someone return for trial to another country or state where they have been accused of doing something illegal. For example, he will be extradited to Arizona from Florida. Conjoin. To join with something or to join things together. For example, the units can be conjoined to form grids. Listless. Listless means having no energy and enthusiasm and unwilling to do anything needing effort. For example, he seemed listless and a little depressed ever since he got his exam results.